Wayne Gallman looking? How's his ankle?
All right, perfect. Good place to start. That's what I was going to fill you in. I know y'all going to ask. Ray and Crowder are not ready to play, so they're not going to play this week for sure. McKenzie and Gallman are much better, and they're just kind of still day-to-day, kind of a game day deal, but they're much better. Pretty pleased with where they are right now. Gibson and Kendall Joseph, had a collision yesterday, so they're kind of concussion symptoms, so kind of going through the concussion protocol, so they'll be out this week based on that yesterday. And then the only other thing that I wanted to bring y'all's attention, and it's just amazing because I was just talking about this in the press conference yesterday about, these are real people, and sometimes life happens. And come out of the press conference yesterday, and that's exactly what happened. Got a little life happening. But Joe Gore is fine. He's not in trouble. He hasn't done anything wrong, but he's got a little personal crisis issue that he's having to deal with right now. And so he missed practice yesterday, and he had to miss practice today. We hope to get him back, and we will get him back probably either tomorrow or Friday sometime. But so he'll be with us, available this weekend. But Frew Morgan's going to start, and so the biggest thing on Joe, and again, he's fine. Just keep him in your prayers, because again, some life happens, and these are just normal people, and sometimes personal things pop up, and there's more important things than football. And so we'll love him through what he's dealing with right now, and again, hopefully he's back tomorrow, or definitely by Friday. But he will definitely not start this week. Frew Morgan will. All right.
Questions?
Any questions?
How's Kelly Bryant responded this week?
It's good. I mean, just go back to work. He's a great competitor. Had a bad play, and we're gonna put him right back in there. And he's here because we recruited him because he was a great player in high school, and he's going to be a great player at Clemson. We'll give him another opportunity, and he's just got to take care of the ball.
Saturday, Joe had moved over to left tackle. Frew Morgan came in at right. How did he perform, and how do you expect Frew Morgan to do in what will be a first start for him?
He'll be just fine. Great player. He's not a rookie anymore. We're in game 11. He's played quite a bit, and he's played well. He's practiced a ton, and he'll be just fine. Rock and roll.
Based on what you've seen from Wayne and Kenzie that they're doing better, would you consider limiting them?
We're going to do whatever we got to do to win the game. But right now, again, they're much better today. But we're going to see them tomorrow, so we can't say anything right now. And then probably be a game day deal with them. But pleased with what I've seen. MRI was good on McKenzie and all that. We don't have any issues there.
Who do you like at punt return right now?
G-Hop is going to start this week, and I liked his mentality last week. Did a nice job, and it was really about a blade of grass away of taking one to the house. He just tripped a little bit. Same guys we're going to continue to work. G-Hop and 13 in Artavis. Those are our three guys, and they'll be the three guys the rest of the way.
Who's been working backing up Mitch Hyatt?
Mac works over there. Frew works over there. Hearn works over there. Same guys. I mean, we roll those guys all over the place. The only one that doesn't really move around much is Crowder. Not a lot of options for Crowder. He can play center. But that's the best part about our offensive line right now. We got a bunch of guys that really know our system, and we just all of them can play. I mean, we lose Crowder, and Maverick Morse goes in there, and we haven't missed a beat. Maverick is going to be a great player. Fauci's played a lot this year. He can go in there. If we had to have him right now, he's great. Ryan Norton is back and rolling. Had 14 good snaps last week, and feel really comfortable with him. But we roll those guys all the time. So we've got a lot of answers. And we're very fortunate because we haven't always been that way in the offensive line. It's not only do they know what they're doing, but they can execute and get the job done.
How nice is it to have CJ back on campus, and does he interact with the players a lot?
Spiller?
Yeah.
He was out here yesterday. I didn't see him today, but he was out here at practice yesterday, and they're off this week. I didn't know he just popped it. I just showed up in my office right before I came out to practice. So he's coming to my birthday party tomorrow night, so that'll be fun. Yeah, always good to see those guys. It really is. Taj was over today, so it's good to have him back in town, and he looks good. He's going to be around. I don't think he has to go back until May for their training camp. So like where he is mentality-wise, and excited for him. Jacoby, just saw him. Jacoby is training, still hoping he'll get picked up, but I think he's made his decision too that if he doesn't get picked up soon, then I think he's going to go start over in Canada and go build a nice career there. He's 28 years old. He's clocking 4.2s out here. I mean, he's one of those guys that he's a perfect example of what happens to because he really should be playing in the NFL right now. I've never seen him in better shape, never seen him more focused, but he's a perfect example of that league in that once you've got 4 or 5 years, you have to make a certain amount of money, and so it becomes a business decision a lot of times where they'll take a rookie and they can pay him the minimum, so I'm excited for him though because he's kind of one of my guys, and he did a lot of good things in his NFL time, and hopefully he'll get another shot, but he's got a lot more football left in him, and so he and Taj will have a chance to kind of train together and throw the Canadian balls and all that stuff, and we'll see where he ends up. But like I said, if he doesn't get picked up, that's his plan is to sign on with somebody in Canada and go from there.
It's a pretty small senior class. What are your reflections as they get ready for their last home game?
Impactful, small but impactful. I mean, these are some grown men in this class. They've accomplished a whole lot. Again, you calculate in your mind a chance at a 43rd win, and we're not even through the season. I hope they leave here with about 47, 48 wins when it's all said and done. Never had a senior class do that, and so I think it's pretty special that on senior day, the time that the day that you're honoring these guys and they're coming down the hill for the last time as a player, that they have a chance to set a record like that. That's pretty cool. But these are just they're good men. If a guy makes it in our program 3, 4, 5 years, he's going to be a graduate, and he's going to be better because he came through here. Just the lessons that he learned, and discipline and things like that, and the relationships that he establishes. Just the overall Clemson experience. I mean, it lasts a lifetime. That's why you see guys come back all the time. They enjoy their experience here, and they're comfortable here. But this has been a group that when you really sit down and you put it on paper and you look at what all has accomplished since they got here, it's pretty amazing. A lot of these guys I've known since they were 15, years old because of the recruit process. So for me, the best part of my job is seeing them grow up and just know that they're prepared, know that they're ready to go on to whatever's next. It's sad too because that you're I mean, I still coach Spiller, I still coach Taj, I still coach those guys, but I just can't coach them on the field anymore. And so our relationship doesn't end. They'll be Tigers for life, and our relationship will last forever. But it is a little bit sad because I love being with the players. I love hanging out with Matt Clain. I love being around B.J. Goodson. These are just good people. Joe Gore. I mean, just good people that I've seen go from these young, immature people to grown men that, they're going to have wives and they're going to have jobs. Some of them are going to go in the NFL or whatever. But that's the best part of my job is seeing that transformation and seeing these young people develop into men that are ready to go on and do great things in the world.
Jim Brown's guy you talked about a little bit last week with Syracuse, but just how good has he done in his role as the long snapper this year?
Well, the fact that nobody's asked me about Jim Brown all year, other than when I mentioned him last week, he's done a great job. He's the snapper. So if y'all are asking me about Jim Brown, it's probably not a good thing. He's done a super job. You know, we've been very fortunate with our snappers around here. We've been very blessed because, I mean, you look at Fagenbaum, you look at Sabeski, and those guys were just solid. You know, and you get kind of in a comfort zone when you got guys like them around here for 4 or 5 years, and then all of a sudden, even though Jim was just his, but what I love about Jim Brown is he's been here for 5 years waiting on an opportunity. He never gave up. I'm sure he maybe got frustrated somewhere along the way because, you know, Fagenbaum is never leaving and Sabeski's still here. But they finally graduated and he had his opportunity and he took it and ran with it. And man, I'm really proud of him. He's done a great job for us. I mean, he snapped the ball in hurricanes, you know, you name it, and he has gotten the job done. So I'm proud of Jim Brown. And he's become a really good leader on this team. You know, when I think about where he was 5 years ago, I'm like, you know, this guy, you know, he I didn't know if he'd ever play, but got serious about it in the weight room, and just, you know, life's about seizing the moment, and he seized it, buddy. He stepped up. We've got some good young guys in the pipeline. I'm really excited about David Estes. He'll be a senior next year. So, same thing. He's had a few snaps here and there, but he's a good snapper. We've got Austin Spence here, which is Alex's brother, who, man, he is really come on. He's redshirting this year, so he's kind of in that pipeline. And again, we've been pretty fortunate, you know, with our snappers. And you don't realize how critical that is until you don't have one. So we try to make that a high priority and make sure we got a good inventory of guys. Most of them are always walk-ons, but you know, we put Fagenbaum on scholarship, we put Sabeski on scholarship, we put Jim Brown on scholarship. So it's good to reward those guys.